No skip? No skip today? Nothing for the crowd? No skip today? Nothing for the crowd?
Is this thing on? I think it's on. I think the mic's on, baby. I think it's on. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's get into it. Let's take a look at the markets. Let's break it down for Bitcoin, baby. And look at it, green all around. Shiba Inu up 9.99%. Doge up 43% on the day, 43 bangers. Beautiful trade. Shout out to anyone that may or may not get in. I'm going to show you what we did here in my trading group today, and we are going to break it down for you each and every single day. I don't take days off no matter what, and there's so many people out there that can't take the heat, baby. Look, injective protocol, put it in this beautiful channel. It would pump to the upside, up 29% in total today, still holding gains of 23%. If you had known what an ascending triangle is, what tight moving averages are, what a lack of bearish momentum on the MACD, and a moving RSI that came out of a falling wedge with stochastics low. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then maybe you missed class. I taught class this morning. It was unbelievable. Class has been amazing. People that come to class, I'm just super excited about. We taught class from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. It was an amazing class. Shout out to anyone that jumped into the class. If anyone is here that was in the class, let me know. One of the students in the class made money during the class. Like, no lie. Like, and I'll show you exactly what happened. He made money during the class. 35% gains on Doge 3L. So, Daddy's eating all the Halloween candy tonight, baby. How did you know? Is it stuck in my teeth? It might be. I was already eating all the candy. We had this little trunk or treat thing going on. Flux had a nice big move out of the pocket to the upside. I'm looking at Flux on the 3-day chart. That's a cup and handle on Flux on the 3-day. It's been staked. It then got sold off. It kind of got sold off to, I believe, where enough people decided there's not enough sellers left. I'm looking at Flux for possibly 330%, 0.03% gains. It may take 3 weeks. It may take a month. It may take a while. But that's a long-term idea I have for Flux on my radar, you know. Let's take a look at BTC and see what's happening for Bitcoin. If you were in my trading group last night before I went to bed, okay? And this is all time-stamped. I love how everyone says whatever they want, but this is all time-stamped. Look at the gains we've made just today. I put out FracShare. Tight channel right there at October 28th at 4:45 p.m. This would bang for 21% gains. Never hit the stop loss. This was a very clean trade. Look, it took less than 24 hours. We're about, it was amazing. What a clean trade. Injective protocol out of the ascending triangle. Another clean trade to the upside. 24th to 29th. Phoenix Dow was also in one of these ascending triangles. This thing banged for 20% today. These are the coins that I pick out, that I look at, that I'm watching. Accurate call last night. I'm in a cab on my way home from the Celtics game. I draw this pennant. I would update the pennant again, but that was the tighter pennant. Bang to the upside. The measured move and continue to the upside. Bullish for Bitcoin on the night. I'm going to look at Bitcoin CTC in a tight channel. Never hit the stop loss below this area. Pumped up 24.66%. Happy, right? And Doge 3L, I mean, who could have, like this, I even put out this little trade. It went up again today. 12:20 at 1:43 p.m. It was up 17%. This all happened today. And then Doge 3L this morning. I woke up this morning. First trade I put out at 8:52 p.m. into the trading group. And I can prove it to you, You can see me here. I wake up in the morning. I wake up early on every single day of the week. It does not matter. I love the markets. So they get me up early. Also, I tweeted this on Twitter, right? Here's your Dogecoin TA for the weekend. My strategy is to trade the Doge BTC pair. If you jumped into the pair yesterday, you would have 30% more Bitcoin right now. Just saying. You know what I mean? So just like, whatever, it is what it is. Shout out to everybody. I'm having trouble accessing all the channels on Discord. Not sure if it's an issue on my end. If I was accidentally removed from the group, could somebody please help? Thank you. Tyler, if you have an issue, you hit up the admins or you hit up CryptoLifers at Gmail. CryptoLifers at Gmail. All right? And they will help you. We have a team waiting for you. We have a whole group of people. We have the best customer service ready for you, man. So there is no trouble. There's no issue. Just reach out to the email provided and you'll be all set. Okay? CryptoLifers at gmail.com, man. I mean, CryptoLifers at Gmail. Okay. Shout out to the testimonials. To be honest, Sam's words can't express how I feel. I've been trying to learn for a long time and I can't find the tools, can't find the indicators. I tried kind of every clickbait video on YouTube. Nothing worked. I joined the group 25 days ago. I can now say I know a lot compared to where I started. I know there's tons I got to learn, but thanks to you, Sam, I did trade Doge today. First, thanks to your call. And second, thanks to your teachings hitting all the right points. I'd love to see myself after a year with this amazing group. One more important thing is the group feels like a family. Lifers on the Discord helping and providing tips without even asking for a simple thank you are just happy to help. All I can say is God bless you, Sam, and the people in the group. And we get stuff like this every single day. Like this was written just now at 6:48 p.m. Thank you for the beautiful testimonial. I love it, man. And yeah, this guy who made money during his wedding day and was able to, you know, make money on his wedding day. 100% gains on Morpheus Labs. So just read these. There's thousands of them at this point. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds to it. There's got to be over 1,000 testimonials or more. And I didn't write out one of these. These just keep coming in. Gains on gains. People have changed their life. Paragraph after paragraph. Life stories, lessons. Like, enough to read a book, man. And so whenever I see even one hater, I laugh so hard. Because the sound of my lovers and the sound of my testimonials is just like an echoing chamber of the stadium of people. The haters are like this tiny little mouse in the corner of those, on the corner. And then the echo chamber of the stadium of people that have praised my hard work and all the lessons that they've learned through me and the gains they've made and the life lessons they've changed and things that have happened. It just goes on and on. Anyway, I'm blessed. God, and again, everyone will be like, oh, you're pompous. You're talking about yourself. No. God gave me this. God's the reason I have all this. I praise God for this. It's not me. See, a pompous person says it's me. Look at me. Look at me. They don't say it was God. They don't give it away to something else. God handed me every single thing I have and continues to do so. I praise God every single morning, every single night. And the more I do it, the more I become blessed. I'm telling you right now, something has changed in my life and I've just connected. So anyway, let's get into Bitcoin. Let's break it down. But I just want to go over the gains. We've made massive gains. Absolutely massive gains. Today alone was one of the biggest trading days in the group in a long time. Massive gains. You know, I wake up this morning, I'm going over the market, and I think about the Twitter takeover. I'm thinking about everything, you know. And look, 8:52 a.m., Doge is the hype. And I'm showing you 41% gains coming out of Doge. So you go back, what I love to see is look at this. So you go to Doge 3L. And why do I trade Doge 3L? Because you can't get liquidated, but you can get 3L on the money, right? So I trade Doge 3L on KuCoin. You could also trade it on MEXC Global, which I love. So you could trade MEXC Global or KuCoin, either one. And so you look at this Doge 3L, and I've switched the call too and looking at another possible move. You know, like see this flag. Could this flag continue? You never know. It's kind of collapsing now, and you're running after it. But we're looking at Doge this morning, right here in this flag. And how much is it up since that flag blasted? I mean, it's like 103% gains. And that's exactly what I posted. You can see it right here. And you can see the timestamp at 8:50. And why? Because, well, it's just how I trade. I trade the 15-minute stochastics over and over again, you know. Anyway, so it just becomes a habit of the way I trade. 15-minute stochastics were low. This was in a bit of a flag too as well, the RSI, right? And it was hot, touching the 21-day moving average. And you're just like, you had that feeling with the Twitter takeover and the firing and everything. It was hype there. And bam, this thing would explode. 100% gains, anyone who took advantage. And we were talking about Doge. We were already trading Doge before that. So if you're in my trading group, I've been getting everyone saying, hey, this Twitter takeover is going to pump Doge. I've seen this type of behavior before. Like, this is what happens, you know? So anyway. And what I like about it, if you say you missed it and you're in my trading group, it's okay if you missed it, but please go back, type Doge in here and see like what you missed. So you can like next time you don't miss a similar, you can kind of see my style. You can see what we're talking about. So look, Doge nailed it. This is when I'm talking about Doge. Look, Doge, high risk, but oversold on the 22-hour on 1013, right? Today's 1029. So I'm giving you Doge here after it wicked down and got everyone else. I'm looking at it right here. The 22 hours low, and this is 1029. This is 1013. Doge is up huge now. This is Doge at 5 cents, 6 cents. Okay, so it's now 11 cents. So if you were in my trading group, you would have known about Doge on 1013 at 6 cents, and then you would have been even hearing me say, hey, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice, but I would have been saying, hey, the Twitter takeover. And I would have been, it's basically guiding you to understand how money flows in crypto. Then even if you watched my live stream this morning, I was nice enough to show you that you could make money on Doge. You could make money on Elon, which is even smaller, which pumped even harder. And someone asked me about Elon like a couple days prior. And I had drawn this and say, well, there's a chance it could pump to this side. Look, it went almost to the exact target I drew, which is insane. How did I get it? I took it the length of the base of this triangle. Like, I just did the TA the way the TA is supposed to be drawn. Yeah, of course it did go lower, right? They kind of, it had a rounded bottom. And I'm not saying, I called it, whatever. But I did call this Doge chain last weekend. We started trading this last weekend. Okay? I put it on the radar. We started looking at it. Since I put it out, it's up 700% gains. That last one didn't play out, but we started looking at it somewhere around here. 700% gains for Doge chain, right? And you'd be like, no. And you'd be like, well, you could see unedited ideas of where I first put this out. DC USDT. Doge chain. We started trading Doge chain just early, you know. See if I think I just wrote Doge chain. Let's see if I did. Where's my Doge chain call? See, we got the King Daddy of the Day, Fish of the Pond, Doge chain for 100, and that was on 1026. That was last weekend. That was a week ago. We're trading Doge chain. All right, DG, DC USDT. Like, show me my Doge chain. Like, where are they? Crazy. Where's my DC? Mighty, I think we looked at it on the live stream even. But I know I made this call on my life. Look, I have it here. Everyone's like, we know you made it. Yeah, I want to make sure anyone new watching me sees this. It was unreal. It's like one of the greatest calls ever. On the live stream, I'm showing it right here. It's going to break out, bounce, and pounce to the upside. It did that and broke out huge. And then this thing would just continue. Just absolutely continue. But that wasn't even the first one on. I believe there might have been another call on Doge chain. No, that was when I first started getting into it. Yeah. On the live stream. Going over it. Right here. Doge chain, man. Unreal. Tone was unreal. Took for massive gains. Anakin has been out of control. Anakin's on my radar again, looking like it may pop again. And look, it is starting to break out already. Anakin's already up for gains. Look at this. Since I put it out, it's up 17% on the day. Since when I put it out. I mean, this is like, in the trading group, you would have known what Anakin was. You'd understand why I liked it. You didn't see me stocking it. Now, it could make an M. It's at resistance. But that's how you make gains, baby. Anakin for 17% gains. And that's going to go to that goes to the gain list. Like, that's another one that hits the gain wall. All right? And that got put out earlier today, Anakin for gains. So we make gains every single day here on this channel. It does not matter. We're going to break down Bitcoin in a split second here. But bang. Anakin for 17% gains. Man, I like trade. This coin is one of my favorite coins to trade because it just tends to just do what it's supposed to do. Almost every time I throw it in something, Anakin makes gains. Unreal. All right, let's get back into Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening for the day. So Bitcoin, what do I see? Well, I got this interesting pattern flowing. All right, and inside of this pattern, I even have this smaller bull flag inside with a measured move of this. And you can even take the longer pull here, but this has a measured move. And then this has a measured move, which is like the length of this area here, right? And so I'm looking for Bitcoin to break to the measured move of 22,300. There's a point of control right here, and we're riding above it. If we stay above it, we're likely to head to 22,300. It just is what it is. There's a bit of a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder here, and I'm liking what I'm seeing for BTC. If you were watching me earlier this morning to my Bitcoin update, right, I had the same idea going, and I showed you this, and I went over it, and you would have been privy to this information. So you also would have seen what I talked about Doge and all the coins that I like to play against Doge. And just saying, like, live, you would have seen what's going on. My wife is now going viral. She's happy. I don't know. It's a interesting thing, but 9,000 views now. This video in 3 hours. It's going viral. It's my first viral short that's starting to fly, and it's obviously because I guess you put a woman in a video, and it goes a pretty woman, my beautiful wife, and so I guess we're gonna have to start using my wife for views because it seems to be working. So she's now signing up for a skid a day. A skid a day keeps the views pumping apparently, and more people will find out about the channel and then maybe get on into the live stream and see what's happening. So shout out to everybody here on the live. 348 people, 160 likes for all the gains we made. I just find it strange. Like, I'm a channel that's giving free technical analysis every single day. I give out everything every single day. And then I continue to pump stuff to everyone that's in my group, man. Sam, you brought up Doge Chain on the Saturday morning summary last weekend. No, I did. Thank you. It's better to wait until Monday night. I don't know what he's saying. I took profits on Elon today. My man. Nice call, Sam. Thank you. Is Mass connected to Twitter too? It's ripping. Well, it's like it's being able to be private online. So think about it. Privacy online. Twitter, you know, so I think it's in that realm of freedom. You know what I mean? I sold it at 12. Wow, man. I've been holding Doge since February of 2020. I'm here for the ride. It's been wild. I'm set up for success, baby. Shout out to you, my man. XLM on the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to the $26.98 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. Stella Lumens, can you check out XLM after you do BTC? Of course, of course. So I'm looking for a move for Bitcoin. 15-minute and the 1 hour both want to still move. We got a double bottom here. Now we could continue to dump. Anything could happen. This could be a rising wedge that we dump to the downside here. You know, one other idea is you're in this channel here and you could dump all the way here to this idea. And I've given both ideas on the live stream this morning, remember? I said if this channel doesn't hold, we bounce to the downside. And that could happen. So I'm riding these waves. You know, you take a shot. But there's a chance. You got a symmetrical triangle. It's about a 50-50 shot that this is going to break to the upside. And that is what it is. But inside here, that's a bull pennant, which I believe ups the ante. I also have traded many, many times in my life, oversold 15-minute and 1 hour time frames, and it has played out pretty well. 4 hour also hasn't crossed the dotted line. It has like a bit of a bearish cross though. And you know, you do have tweezer tops in the 4 hour time frame. We'll duplicate this. We'll slide into a new, a different spot. Look at my team. My team worked so hard. Look tirelessly. Anakin for 17.5% gains. Given today at 12 p.m. At 8 p.m. you're up 17%. Anakin for gains. Again, I would never tell you what to buy or sell. You would take this trading style, you would apply it to yourself, and over time you would learn it, and you would be able to find the same gains that I'm finding. You would be able to get it in, and you know, you'd be part of the LYFER family, and that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. Those are the people I want to recruit. People that want to help others get paid, help others get paid, and change their lives. You know what I mean? Send in your super chats for a DA, a deep dive. Support the stream. LYFER gives his knowledge 7 days a week. Man, you're the best, bro. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. And I believe, I mean, I can only imagine once it hits 10,000 views, it's going to go into some other category. Then it can get 15 and 20, and then they could, who knows where it could go. Shout out to Gina Bombina. People were asking about you, Gina. They love you. Shout out to Sean. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Visit CryptoLifer's social media accounts. All the links below in the description. Or you can just click the link tree. Hit the link tree, baby. And my link tree got everything for you. The Twitter, the YouTube, the podcast. I'm on a podcast, man. You can listen to the podcast, the Discord, the trading group, my crypto classes, the TikTok, the Instagram, the Twitch, the website, dude. CryptoLifer.com. 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 Sign up today for the trading group. Unreal. Right here. Sign up to the trading group today at CryptoLifer.com. CryptoLifer.com, baby. We own the website. We own the .com, man. And yeah. So I duplicated. Let me duplicate Bitcoin here. And let's look at BTC USD. And I will get to the Stellar Lumen Super Chat, and we're going to take a look around the market. XRP was also pumping out of nowhere. I don't know if you watched that. XRP was just doing something amazing. So if you saw me, remember, we predicted the idea here when it was like this. I said, well, you know why? Because I trade on the 4 hour time frame. When you're away from the 21-day moving average, you're going to have to come touch it again. So I drew this line. I said, price will probably come and touch the 21, and then maybe it could pump. I said, but you don't want to see the M pattern. You know, you're looking for, you don't want to make an M. All right. And so you can plan to play that in real time now and see where we go. Okay. And right now, like, we're battling. I mean, this is bearish for, you know, on the 4 hour time frame. Problem is everyone wants to know exactly what's going to happen, and you don't. The key is to be able to bop and weave. I'm teaching you how to bop and weave. If you don't get it, it's not for everybody. Some people will hate on it, and they won't be able to learn the science, and that's okay because good science isn't for everybody, right? I mean, if everyone could become a lifer, then everyone would become a multimillionaire. And sad to say, not everyone's going to do it. As many people as I can get to do it are going to do it, but we all know not everyone's going to stay focused. Some people are going to get distracted from crypto and move on to something else. They're not going to stay. Maybe years they'll come back and they're like, man, you know, and they'll get back into crypto again. You never know. So looking at something like this could even happen. You know, we could get a move back and a flip back to the upside. And it could even be the tighter channel that we see here. So I play both ends against the middle. I always have two ideas. I believe trading is like a game of chess. And I'm always watching for two ideas. Now, when I'm low on the stochastics, I have to assume that we will pop up. Here we didn't. We just went sideways, sideways, sideways. So not anything is possible, right? One thing I will say is that 4 hour is bearish. You know what I mean? And if you break the point of control, you break the point of control. Right now, 4 hour looks like it is starting to make a move to the downside, right? If I look at it like this, you have a rising wedge that could break down. 68% of the time, right, in that corner to this area here. So we see the 15-minute and let the 15-minute kind of do its thing first. Right now, it's interesting. It's kind of double bottoming there too. I mean, double topping. You see like an M pattern there. Kind of see this shoulder ahead and the shoulder slanted. To me, you broke that trend. Like, it was a nice, neat little trend, and you definitely broke it, in my humble opinion. Like, signs of bearishness, you know what I mean? But the bigger triangle's still kind of inept together, you know. And I'm sorry if I'm getting too deep for you, but this is just how I roll. I would be doing this if I was alone. I'm just letting you in on what I do. You get what I mean? Like, this is what I would be doing alone. This is my science. This is how I get to the bottom of it all. So to me, M pattern on the 4-hour time frame, clear as day. You couldn't get above resistance. You break down the support of resistance, and you could not get above resistance. So when you can't get above resistance, you must assume to short the market. Can't get above resistance, you short the market. And you're rolling over here on the stochastics RSI. Go to the 22-hour, right? And you're kind of bearish too right there. Go to the daily. You got some bearish tones. You look like you're making a flag, though, which is interesting, you know? And even if you're somewhat bearish, you could just be making a flag like this. And that could be really bullish to the upside. It's not the worst thing in the world just because we come back and revisit 19,006 or, you know, this 20,000 area. You know what I mean? Right now, though, it's looking somewhat like I'm getting some mixed signals. 4-hour doesn't look good. But we've been in the middle. We've been going sideways, and we've been holding above the support and resistance. So if I go back here and I look at my 4-hour, and I zoom out, levels to watch, and I look at my VRVP, we got above the high volume node. Beautiful. So as long as we stay, in my opinion, above 20,200 and 20K, I remain bullish. Even if we have a bit of a drop to that downside out of this rising wedge, and then we make the M pattern, right? Now, what will happen is if you see us bearishly retest this area on like a 5-minute, then we're likely to head down to this high volume node. And that would be a pretty good short right there. You know, one thing, if you know, I'm just going over what a trader may do. It's completely up to that person, is to open the short. If I look at the 1-hour, I don't like opening on a short when the 1-hour is this high, right? But you do have a resistance that you couldn't get above. And it's good to short resistance, in my humble opinion. So I'd look for my next shelf area here, and you enter the short right now. I'm just giving both options. You enter the short right now with a stop loss somewhere above 22,078. Again, you know, a trader does that. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's a trader could do. And then if this does make the M and starts to dump down here, you collect. That'd be a beautiful, beautiful trade, you know, because you're in the short here, stop loss up here, starts to rock. As it rocks, you move the stop loss to break even or closer to it. Start to take profits in this region as it starts to drop to the point of control. All right. Could possibly happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no clue. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. Okay? I'm looking for probabilities every single day. Just like you are. I do see the shoulder head in kind of a shoulder thing, but it's a little it's not too perfect. But I do see that we are still kind of in this tight channel. And we haven't left it. And I also respect that we could go lower like this and still make this pattern. You get what I mean? So I could give it some space. See what happens. Let's look at our 15. But, you know, and I also keep cautioning you that this is in a tight bull pennant. And so if you decide to open the short and you get short squeezed, so I don't like to open the short till the 15-minute gets high, the 1-hour revisit. So that's why I'm going to watch this 15-minute time frame to tell me what's going on. People think, oh, this is confusing. It's not. You just don't understand the science. And in something that works you're not going to figure out overnight. You're just not. It's going to take you some time. So we're going to watch the 15-minute flag. And so that's why my assumption for Bitcoin is this. I just showed you the bearish scenario, how to play it. I showed you the bearish scenario and exactly how I would play it. Or how the proper way I believe a trader should play it. And I'm showing you how we watch in case it doesn't happen so we don't become the liquefied short squeeze people. You know, we don't want to be the people that get liquidated and short squeezed. We want to be on the right side of the trade. Right? Now we could get stopped out here too. I'm not saying enter this trade yet. But if I look at the 7 and the 7's low, yeah, I would enter this trade. 7 minutes low, 50 minutes low, 1 hour's low. I would enter the trade. I would enter a long for BTC. You know what I mean? So my call is long for Bitcoin based on the 7, the 15, and the 1 hour time frame. And it could even just spike up to a fake out to 21.8, and then we could drop all the way back down here to 20,000. I'm not saying because I'm bullish for the moment that we're 100% bullish, but I believe this is, you have a 68% chance you're going to break out of the bull panic. You're tight on the moving averages. You know, you got low stochastics on the time frames that are like the local ones that really make a bit of a move. So I'm feeling more bullish than bearish for the, in 3 hours that will change if this 50-minute goes sideways and the stochastics come all the way back up and nothing happens. Then I realized there was a lack of momentum, and the Stokes are going to tell me that. So that's where I stand with Bitcoin for the night. I feel like I don't really have to talk about much more about BTC. To kind of see where I sit. Anakin could make the M or continue to the upside too as well. You want to look at your 4 hour time frame. 4 hours just getting started for Anakin. So if it can make it through that 1 hour and that 15-minute and re-oscillate, says the 4 hour can continue to the upside for a massive move and continue up for Anakin. And again, do you want to trade the smaller time frame or the bigger time frame? You got to ask yourself that. Stick to your plan and go for it. JASMY, look at what a dump for that thing. And then 3S, the 3S, yeah, the short starting to pump now. It's funny. So JASMY had a pump. Now the Doge short, right? People starting to short Doge now. I wouldn't just jump into. I personally don't like to short the asset that just pumped. I like to see what else is riding the wave or look around. Personally, you know what I mean? Funny, Schwab eventually did pop. Took forever in this cup and handle, sideways. And it made it on a wick too. We were looking at Matic 3L. Let's take a look at what happened to Matic 3L. So it did break out a little bit. Then we had this tiny little flag, right, on the 7 probably, yep. And it tried to break out, went sideways, still sideways, just following Bitcoin, technically. Like you can see, it's in the exact pattern Bitcoin's in. Like we could delete this, move this up, and recycle. Always recycle, so you don't, because you don't want to throw your lines in the trash and then, you know what I mean? Then they just sit there and they end up in the ocean. These trend lines, you know what I mean? You want to just recycle them if you can. So I'm reusing a trend line here. And so you can see how this is just following Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks out and does the damage, which is like the length of the base of the triangle here, then this is going to go up 33.99%. So you can see, or we could have an M and we could dump to the downside. I'm always open-minded that anything is possible. I just trade probabilities. Right now, the 1 hour time frame is low, right? The 15-minute time frame is low. And so I go back and I say, well, what would I do when the 1 hour was low? How many times, would this have worked out? I was like, well, the last time we were low, nice little pump to the upside for possibly 20%. We were low down here. We went sideways. We eventually would pump for a nice same percent, some good percent. 16. Here we're low in the stochastics. We pump up for 16. Here we're low in the stochastics in the 1 hour. So in general, it's not every time. That's a downtrend. But this is a nice trending, different type of pattern. And I see that we're low. So there's a chance here, lack of bearish momentum, that we can get some movement here. But there's no guarantees. All right? There's no guarantees. Every time you trade, you're taking risk. That's just want people to understand that concept. All right? Every single time you trade, you're taking risk. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome. Don't clone alone. Recycle lawns. Yeah, recycle lawns and don't clone alone. Tony has crystal crypto balls. He does, right? Good morning, boss. Looks like a great setup for a November run. It looks like we could get a bit of a move. And, November usually is a great month for trading crypto. It just known, Luna 2 starting to pump. Interesting. Put the patterns in perspective, baby. Shout out to Anku Kutsi Butsu. Only here to send some love. Shout out to Rodney Robinson. We love you, man. I'm pouring drinks in a mansion. For real. Not financial advice. That mansion looks beautiful, man. 36,800 subs. On our way to 37 subs. Can we break through tonight, baby? B Digi Crypto. I think I need to join the group. Jump on in, man. Get the information. I stopped Netflix a year ago. I love you, man. Smart move. So did I. I learned the secret sauce, and it is spicy. Shout out to Timmy313, my man. Join the Discord. Your future self will thank you. You learn from the GOAT and everyone he has trained. I don't know. Imagine being in a group of everyone I've trained. Seriously, I recorded my laptop stream. My iShirt video went viral, 155K. My highest video ever. I'm a comedian. But I did take Dogecoin, Dogelon, and Tonic. Seriously, I recorded my laptop screen. My Instagram video went viral, 155K. My highest video ever. I'm a comedian, but I did tag Dogecoin Dogelon. That's so cool. If you ever want to come on and do jokes on my show, let me know, Nicole. Make some crypto jokes and I'll have you on. No, literally, if you write a crypto joke thing, I'll bring you on the show. You can make us laugh so hard. So if you have a good skit, you have something coming on, research, hit up CryptoLifers@gmail.com. We'd love to have you on the show doing some skits, man. Girl, gal. You know what I mean. I don't mean to be rude. Exactly. Filecoin looking juicy. Bang. XLM. Swoosh check. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. But I think you were funny. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mods are representing tonight. Such an awesome job. Thank you to the mods, man. Mods are amazing. Always kicking it with the mods. Shout out to the 243 people, 400 people on the live stream on a Saturday night. And a lot of people are out with their kids doing the kid thing too. A lot going on tonight. I get it. But there was just so much money to be made today. Unbelievable. So much money to be made. It was insane. Absolutely insane. And Doge does soar over the Twitter deal. I mean, no doubt about it. One thing I want to show you that's a really big deal to me that I talk about is the total market cap, the crypto total market cap. And you can see it just absolutely skyrocketed, even more than Bitcoin. And that's what I want to talk about. People don't realize, look, it made it above this big, heavy resistance area. Heavy resistance right here, right? I kind of do what I used to do. Remember, I'm going to go back to my old school ways. Always just made rectangles at like big boy support and resistance areas, right? And I would label them. It's a little more work, but it's good. It's good. And so like we made it through here. And so like these are the levels to watch. And our next big level is up there now that we're going for. And what I like is this nice price note tool because it makes it nice and big. So we're going for 1.3 trillion. And then you just hit copy paste. You know what I mean? We had to break through 963. Like these are just all these big levels that I was saying, like if we don't break it's not happening. 900 and we just rip through them. Like $100 billion just rips into the market. And I believe it's coming from the dollar. It's coming from people that were buying into the dollar. The dollar, this is my narrative based on the charts. This thing was starting to pump. This thing looks like it's going to rip. I don't know what's up with this coin, but it just seems to keep continuing to rip. Remember that I put it on your radar. Possibly 39% gains. OGV. Just remember that I put it on your radar. Just, it is what it is. Okay, total. Back to total market cap. So this thing just would rip. All right. And the reason I believe it's ripping is the DXY. Because the DXY is just so overbought. So the DXY got way too overbought, had a rip. So the whole world was getting devalued with their currency, right? So what would you do? If you had access to a bunch of funds in the back end, you would call the big banks and you'd be like, yo, we need to switch these funds over to American dollars. And you would do whatever you could to, basically, and you might switch from one asset to the next so you can hide the trade, right? So you would dump your dollars for some asset, then you would buy that asset for the American dollar, and that's how you would switch back to a better currency, and then you would stay in the American dollar as long as you could. But at one point, the American dollar would get too high, and you'd be like, it's too risky to be in, and you'd have to switch into something else to hedge that bet. And to me, that's Bitcoin, gold, and other assets that. So I believe once you realize the dollar is not doing it, and look, the dollar double top, the dollar fall, everything that we talked about happened for the dollar so far. All the projections that we made. And look, there's an M pattern on the 1 hour time frame, and we dumped here. 4 hour time frame's about to roll over, and look, you're about to roll over on the dollar again. I mean, and Bitcoin's low on that. This looks like you could dump. That's a really good sign for BTC. It's a really good sign that the dollar is going to dump into Monday morning. So we're going to see when it happens, but that's amazing. And we'll be ready to rock tomorrow night for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. We'll be looking at the dollar, ES1, the futures market, and everything else. But so far, we're looking for some trouble here for the 4 hour time frame, not getting above the resistance at 110.90. We take a look at the 1 hour time frame, and it was in this flag. Tried to break out. It's in an M pattern right now. Now it is low. It could try to do it again. But I mean, look, that's an M. And lo and behold, we broke out, but we hit resistance for the dollar. So far, things are working out for the dollar. It's really nice. We're starting to see the breakdown that we want. That's a nice M pattern, and the 4 hour does not look good for the dollar. So far, so good. High Doodle. Who likes the high? 2 nice pumps for High Doodle. Could it do it again? I'd wait for the 1 hour to reset. I'd look at our daily or even the 22 or the 12. Interesting. Not my favorite coin at all, right? I was looking at this beautiful cup and handle, Metaverse. Know nothing about the project, just everything about the TA. 12 hour looks absolutely beautiful. 6 hour looks beautiful. Curving to the upside with a massive move here. Metaverse. Looks like it could do some damage in the next 2 to 24 hours, depending, falling wedge breaks up, tight moving averages, lack of bearish momentum in the MACD, falling wedge on the stochastics RSI are pointing up in the falling wedge in the RSI to 4444, the triple fours, and up 22%, 22.22%. It's always these triple twos, the fours. BOSON protocol, interesting project. Talked about it down here in a flag. Look, it pumps up 62%. BOSON starting to make some type of, it could, I'm not saying it's doing that, but it's just starting to consolidate. Interesting to me. Let's look at Stellar Lumens. Stellar Lumens. All right. Stellar in a bit of a Sammy cup and heady to the upside, right? Stellar Lumens in this cup and handle. XRP's been pumping. The daily's a little high for me. I don't like to jump in when the daily's that high, but I believe we could just consolidate more into this sideways action until we get very, very tight. And I believe in Stellar Lumens. I believe in XRP. I like where we're sitting with this, with the case. And, there seems to be something brewing. And with the Doge and the Twitter, there's just this feeling. And we could definitely get a movement to follow along. Look at the 3-day chart. About to rip for Stellar Lumens. So I would watch the 3-day. And I would trade the 3-day. Lately, that's been my go-to time frame. So I'd watch Stellar Lumens on the 3-day chart. It says it's about to push to the upside and maybe possibly get a bit of a move here. Could also wait. I wait for the daily to reset before I jump on in. But Stellar Lumens looks pretty nice on the daily chart. All right. Interesting enough. All right. My boy Lifer, shout out to G Vasquez, my man. V-Chain, please. I've been stacking the graph. Interesting. I have enough of that coin. I have so many coins. HIPUNKS breaking out. HIPUNKS, baby. Man, my team's all over everything, every little thing in the game. It is breaking out. He ain't playing. Look at that. Woo! It's gone. And I'm late to the party on that one. Wow. 15-minute flames to the upside. Boom. Tight. Look at that. Shout out to anyone that may jumped into HIPUNKS. Took advantage of that move. Tight moving averages. Stochastics RSI were low, right? Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. 22% for HIPUNKS. If you're fiending, which I'm not, I look at like the really small time frames for a flag or something. I mean, you can see the 5-second chart was flagging out. I wouldn't trade the 5-second, but it's interesting how it's, this thing is just out of control. HIPUNKS, Kyber Network on the radar. Thank you for that, HIPUNKS. Look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder broke. And interesting enough, this is like in that Bitcoin, this is doing what Bitcoin's doing, suggesting that maybe this Bitcoin break to the upside. This is the Bitcoin chart. You can see it, right? If this rips to the upside, Bitcoin likely to rip to the upside. It's interesting. Let's look at the 2-hour chart for Bitcoin. Does it look a lot like Kyber Network? It does. What if this 2-hour chart just absolutely rips? I'm more bullish on Bitcoin based on this, but I also showed you the bearish scenario. Let's see if the small time frames can get us above resistance. That's what it is right now, and then we can move on to look at the 4-hour breakdown. Let's let we let it give its time. I like frac shares. I put this out. This was a beautiful. This trade is just how I like to trade. This is like, if you know me, this is my trade in a nutshell. I'm looking at charts, right? I'm scanning the market like I do, and I see this, and I'm like, dude, that looks amazing, right? And then I draw my stuff, and I'm like, boom. I put my stop loss, 11% for a 36% gain. That's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. If I trade this 10 times, and I lose 7 times, I lose 7 times 11%. Let's say it's 12. 7 times 12, right? Which is 84%, and I lose 84%. But if I win 3 times, I win 3 times 30, 90, 3 times 6, 108%, right? Which is more than the loss. So I only have to win this trade 3 out of 10 times to be a profitable trader. People don't realize that. Only 3 out of 10 times you have to win this trade to be profitable. And a lot of these play out 68% of the time. So if you get into a system where you only have to win 3 out of 10, but you trade patterns that are 68% of the time, and you find up rallies and you know where the money is, and you look at Bitcoin and you trade all the other things and you know how the market works, you're likely to start making a percentage gain out of your life. You know what I mean? And I can teach you the probabilities that will get you to the next level. It's that simple. It's up to you. If you believe it, it's possible. But you have to believe it. You have to believe your life is about to change, and it will change. You will make the change. Sam, I noticed the Coinbase card gives no reason and gives rewards in XLM. So they will let you rotate your 4% cash back into another assets like GRT. Yes. And I carry that card around with me everywhere I go. Right here. It has nothing on it, but yeah, I have my Coinbase card with me at all times. And I'm always just swiping away, doing my thing. It's one of the cards that I keep on me at all times, my Coinbase card. Thoughts on pools? New coin on KuCoin. Some interesting utility for artists and musicians. Pools. Yeah, we like pools. We traded it on and off. Careful with Titans. Looks like that. Yeah, I mean, you never know. HIPUNKS, I'm just swing trading. I wouldn't hold any of that garbage. Yeah. 5x on Doge. Thank you. Re-entered to see what overseas wants to do. 5K on Doge. Anthony making $5,000 on Doge. My man. May God bless you and yours. And everyone, a nice way to trade Doge. A quick and, a beautiful way to trade Doge was through MEXC Global. Right? Using MEXC Global really is a great way to trade Doge. I love MEXC Global, man. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. And here's a referral link. If you want MEXC Global, get on in there. I'm going to show you why MEXC Global was amazing today. Specifically today and any day, really. But number one, I like the people there. They treat people well and properly. Okay? Right? Number two, if you use my trading link, you get 10% back on your fees, which you won't get anywhere else. All right? We're also running an awesome campaign with them, which I'm really greatly, I'm actually super grateful for. Thank you to everyone that has ever participated or jumped on in. And the lifers, man, we're taking over. We are taking over. But MEXC Global, right? 17 days left. And if you open and deposit $500, spot trade $2,000 or spot trade $10,000, you'll get a $25 campaign airdrop. Bang, bang, bang. And then one person will get a $1,000 future bonus. And then 5 people will get a $200 campaign token. So jump on it today. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me. It helps you. And yeah. So I would get commission on that, so I greatly appreciate it. My only comment with MEXC is it's very minor, and they're rebalancing on 5L and 5S tokens, which makes the charts look screwy. Everyone rebalances those tokens. That's why you trade them for a couple hours at a time and move on. They are rebalanced tokens. That's what an ETF is, man. A leverage ETF, you know what I mean? Trade no liquidation risk. But look, I mean, there was massive gains here. Doge 3L. They had a Doge 4L. They had a Doge 5L, so you could have taken massive advantage. Look, up 900%. The short already, that's crazy. The 5L short, that's insane. That doesn't make sense, though. Wait. Did it already drop that hard? Let me take a look. Everyone has an issue with everything in life, man. There's always someone who's unhappy with something. I don't know why, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, look at that. Already up 97% gains trading Doge. Isn't that insane? So if you just shorted Doge up 100% already, it's just nuts how fast you can make money in this market. That's insanity. That's just absolute insanity. Insane to me. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Nice retracement. What do you mean? What do you mean what you're talking about? These are up huge already. There's nothing wrong. They did exactly what they're supposed to do. They didn't rebase. None of these rebased. This has nothing to do with you're not making sense, bro. David. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm the type of person that, like, if you tell me the sky's blue and it's not, or you tell me the sky's green and it's blue, I can't let you just walk away and say the sky's blue. And we can just be like, oh, yeah, and me not talk about it. Like, I'm going to rectify any single conversation. Every one of these are balanced exactly like they're supposed to be. I just didn't realize that's how fast they went up. You know what I mean? You could make more money on a smaller exchange, too. I trade them for 2-3 hours. I trade them for 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. Look, even baby Doge. Anything with a Doge was pumping today. Anything with a Doge. Doge Elon Mars, baby Doge, Doge Chain. You name it, baby. It had it, you know. So be ready for anything. Be ready for a move up or be ready for a move down. We're going to watch Bitcoin on the 15 and the 1 hour time frame. And if it doesn't move, it doesn't move, right? But you're colorblind. I love you. Bada bing ching. Oh. Is the best Halloween is the like button Halloween. Shout out to Rurik Scooty. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, over here. Elon doing the nasty. Shout out to the 454 people, 277 likes, $31 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. I'm Colawan as well. No biggie. Thank you, man. Save Tampa. I know, right? Shout out to Nick Giacaruso, man. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshellio, right? I like AVAX. And AVAX hit the target. 9% gains out of the flag to the upside. Shout out to AVAX. And AVAX actually flagging out. Looks like it may actually go for more. This project has been kind of quiet for a while, and I believe it's a really premier project. It's an ecosystem that's going to grow. It's going to get huge. An $18 AVAX to me, it'll go back to 180 bucks. That's an easy 10x. AVAX is definitely something I would look to acquire and just slowly dollar cost average into. Another great DeFi project that's going to be here to stay, in my humble opinion. So AVAX is amazing. AVAX is on my radar. I absolutely love AVAX. I do. Send in your super chats for TA and deep dives here on the Saturday night, a Halloween Saturday night. I thought you were going to say it like Tampa. Tamper? Tampa. We say Tampa. Tamper. We don't say no tamper. Tampa. An agent told me she would relist the same house today for 150 less 6 months ago. But prices are not going down. I could have used you on that combo. An agent told me she would relist the same house for 150 less than 6 months ago. But price is not going down. I'm confused. Yo, you're the man, Lifer. I appreciate you. XDB, please. Shout out to Kyle Stanfield. And I bailed on XDB. Let me take a look at it. Did it rip up? And so I've been looking at it here. See, it's been holding steady here, right? Trying to hold this zone. Attempting to stay inside that channel. Oversold in the bigger time frames. The 3-day was the outlier to me. See, the 3 days is telling me to be careful. And look, when you listen to the 3-day, nasty dump. So I'm happy I did listen to the 3-day. I got out early. If I didn't, it would have got worse. It would have got even worse. So, yeah, the 3-day tells me to be careful on XDB right now. Even though I like the other time frames, man, that 3 days, like, yikes. I'd rather it down here. Now, it could balance out, and we could get the pump. I get it. 22-hour could make a nice pump. It is above a point of control. High risk, high reward. It depends. And, like, 3-day gives me heebie-jeebies. It might not give you heebie-jeebies. It's up to you. You know what I mean? Like, we're not the same. I can show you everything I know, but then you got to, you know. So you could take a high risk. You know, there's, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as such, but that's high risk idea. But it is oversold on the 22-hour and the daily and trying to make a move, and you're holding a point of control. Stays above this point of control. It has hope. It loses its point of control. It's coming down into this area and possibly making a double bottom or hitting this lower area too. So the rebalancing on MEXC is screwy. I've traded a handful of them, and I agree. It's very different than KuCoin's rebalancing protocol. Interesting. I'll ask them about it. I mainly trade them on KuCoin, depending. You know what I mean? So Lifer's 3 months, 99 trading group special, $330 includes the Lifer Vision trading course. The perfect way to begin your Lifer journey. Email CryptoLifers@gmail, pay with crypto, or PayPal. And that's $3 for 3 months and the trading course. Bang, bang, bang. Thank you, man. Shout out to Kyle. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. So we did Stellar Lumens. We're getting through these super chats. We're flying through. Spank those likes, baby. Spank those likes. Do you know what 5 likes will do at the same time? Let's find out. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was DCM Polkadot, but I was on Voyager app. Now everything is locked up until Chapter 11 to get settled in court. I never liked Voyager. I never liked anything that it wasn't mine. If I didn't hold it myself, you know what I mean? I really didn't trust it. You got to get your money off exchanges. You got to get your crypto off exchanges. It's not yours until you own it, baby. It's just not yours until you own it. I'm telling you. And you got to subscribe to that idea. Like, did you ever let anyone else hold your money? Like, no one else ever let anyone else hold their money. You know, I thought about Celsius. I kept being like, I'll just throw some money into Celsius. It'll be a great idea. I'll get a pile of money for just sitting there doing nothing. And I thought about it a bunch of times. And I was like, man, I'm stupid for not doing it. I'm stupid for not doing it. And now I'm so happy that I was just never greedy enough to fall for putting my money somewhere where I shouldn't have. So, because I never did it. I never lost. And everyone's like, yeah, you did. You're just lying. I got lucky. You know, I'll be honest. One of the things that happened to me, I got lucky. Like, I didn't play myself and put my money. Because I worked too hard. I worked a night shift. So much of my life was dedicated and sacrificed for what I have. And I just wasn't going to give it away that easily. I gave you the bottom for LYXE, LUXO. This thing double bottom and flew. It's up 113%. And actually, it's now holding some pretty nice gains above this resistance area. We go to the 4-hour time frame, and again, it's just following Bitcoin. Everything is following Bitcoin, as you can see, right? This is that exact Bitcoin pattern, right? Are we coming lower? Are we in the flag? And if Bitcoin pumps, everything's going to pump. You see it? If Bitcoin slumps in the M, everything's going to slump and make the M. Everything's waiting on Mr. BTC and what Big TC is going to do. It's Mr. Beast. Bitcoin is Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? Essentially. Possibly 37% gains coming out of this. I pulled that a week before they stopped the withdrawals on Celsius. You got so lucky, man. You got so lucky. Let's look at GMT. Steppin'. Now, I had Steppin' in a bigger time frame idea here on the daily 3-day chart. 3-day chart wants to rip. If you got the patience, the 3-day chart says that you could step in is the way to go here. You're buying it on the lows. But you'd have to have that patience. The daily doesn't look too good. And I'd almost wait for the daily to reset. The daily pumped and it didn't get above its previous resistance point. And to me, and it got wicked back down, which is pretty bearish. Telling me that it didn't really get enough buyers to get into it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Billy McDonough. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for the love, man. I pulled out Voyager a week before they went bankrupt, man. I got burned a bunch holding KuCoin ETF for long. And I find I have better success with futures. But no more than 4x. And that's just me. I see what you're saying. I mean, it's about the same thing, right? If you trade 4x. I guess what you're saying. I saw the writing on the wall when the Celsius went down. Got off Voyager a week later. I left Anchor and swapped all my USD to USDC 3 days before the Luna collapse. Very lucky. Had a lot in there. Man, thank God for you, bro. I'm so happy you didn't get burned. Yeah, you helped me with that one. You said something before about it being weird. Not your keys. Not your crypto. Thank you, Kevin Paker. You know what I mean? I just try to say, hey, I don't like it when it does that. You know what I mean? Sketchy business. Sketchy business. I wouldn't overtrade tonight as we're in kind of an indecision. And a lot of money came in tonight. I had tonight to count that money, man. Take a deep breath and get ready to trade another day. We're getting into Sunday, which we know is going to be tough. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at XRP. I saw it precariously just pumping out of nowhere today, and it was pretty crazy. We're also going to pump you with some news. We're going to talk about some things. XRPZ, though. Take a look at this. Oh, no, you know what? That was XPR. I'm so funny. That was XPR. Isn't that funny? Does that ever happen to you? XPR was pumping out of nowhere. It's, right before the stream. It's like, I was like, what? Let's take a look at XRP, though. Let's give it a whirl. Let's take a look at ETH, BTC, XRP. We'll take a look at Ethereum, too, as well. I know everyone wants Ethereum. We neglect Ethereum too much here. I don't know why, but I don't mean to. I love it. But it's the first coin I ever bought, too. So, look, we're going to look at XRP fresh. I haven't looked at it in a while. I just want to give it its due diligence. Okay? So, I'm going to look at the daily chart. I'll look at the Binance chart because the Binance chart just has more information, but I will switch back and trade it on KuCoin. Okay. So, you can see it looks just like Bitcoin. Oh, that is the Bitcoin chart, Sam. Yeah. Okay. Crazy. I got all this stuff here from a while back. Interesting. It came lower than the 886 fib at that point. Okay. So it hits the exchange in May of 2018. It's $1.36, and it dumps all the way back down to 9 cents. It would rip from 9 cents all the way to $2, right? Beautiful 20x. A little, right? A little more than a 20x, actually. About a 22 and a half, 23x almost, right? Then it would collapse all the way back to bottom at 29 and bounce all the way up to a resistance here at 57. A little rally, right? You want to pull a Fibonacci from the bottom to the top. And clearly 886 retracement, which is pretty interesting, which is where you should bounce. 88% dump. So we're kind of where we should be for XRP if you look at the bigger time frames. All right, not too shabby. Huge point of control that we're bouncing off of. That must hold. This is good music to hit. And the next resistance coming up for XRP. And everybody, move your arms to the right. Move your arms to the left. So anyway, and now we look at the bigger falling wedge here that we're definitely in, and this that we're definitely in. Now, we could go lower. We're at a resistance point. Do we dump lower? There's a chance. And then you can say, well, we have this holding cell, this holding point here too. So this is what we're looking at. Interesting. So our low range, our high range, and XRP has been kind of in the zone between 39 and 58 cents. That's kind of what it's been trapped in. Double click. The 4-hour could flip back up, and it's making some kind of a flag in a way here. With a measured move to the upside, showing that the case may make some type of spin, right? 3 days pointing down, but we are going flat. That's a good sign. The daily is pointing up. We went flat, but we could just continue flat as we oscillate. 4-hour time frame's a little overbought for me too. Struggling. And it's not exactly kind of looking like Bitcoin. It's a little like it, right? It makes you, and I'm going to change the pattern now. When you look at it in a smaller time frame, I guess at the end of the day, I mean, it's the same pennant that Bitcoin's in. And if Bitcoin breaks out of the pennant, XRP's breaking out of the pennant, right? Lo and behold, right? Nano old coin with a new name. Kind of whack. I love Nano. Nano's all right. Just 5 more likes for the great hustle. 333, man. Love you, man. On the boat, looking like to the left. Pump it. You're funny, man. Hunches of crypto, we love you. Thank you, Lifer, for the Doge 3-hour call today in your Discord. You are the man. You're the man. May God bless you and yours. I hope you made a boatload. People make enough to pay the bills, baby. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, basically, I am putting my life on the line for each and every one of you. I hope it's working out. I could pass away tomorrow. Can't even spend the money, man. You can't spend all the money you make once you make enough of it. You can't spend it anyway. So it's about finding something else other than money. If I'm motivated by money, at one point I'm not going to be able to get out of bed at it because I've made enough. Tomorrow I'll make this. Tomorrow I'll make what if tomorrow I make if I was motivated, I'm more about the chase, the percentage. I'm more about the chase. I just like to win. I'm about to win. To me, it's about the win. That's why I keep the money I made in Vegas. My wife took $800, but I made out of the $200, I turned it into $1,150. Gave $800. I still have my $200 that I went to Vegas with, right? And I want to bring this somewhere at one point and turn it into something else. But I keep it on my desk to remind me that it's all about the principle. It's all about the win, baby. And that this is fake fiat. Fake fiat. This should be Bitcoin immediately. Why not? What the heck is it doing there? Can't even think about it. I can't even move this around right now. I can't do anything with it. I have to go outside to use it. Right? Bitcoin I could use right now. Bitcoin I could use immediately. I want something I can use at any moment in time. I don't want something I have to go outside to use. It's a waste of my time already. Already wasted my time. Bitcoin saves you time. Time is money. Bitcoin is the Uber of currency. This is the yellow cab that you have to go outside and put your hand out. Bitcoin is the Uber. You don't want to, Bitcoin is the Uber. Short this out, everybody. This is definitely something we should short out. Hold on. I'm just love making content lately. I'm super excited about the content. All right. So here, I think if I do this right, you can make it the perfect, level for TikTok, right? And you can just cut out the middle. Josh, I'm with you. So everyone's thinking about money and Bitcoin and what's the next money and currency. And look at this. Look at this money here I got. Dollar bills are great, right? I got to go outside. I'm sitting home streaming right now in my studio. I would have to leave the studio to go use these. Can't really take a picture of them, send the code and use them like a credit card or anything. I have to go outside. What if it's raining? What if it's cold? What if I don't want to go outside? Well, you know what? I got Bitcoin. Bitcoin I could use anywhere. Bitcoin I could basically send a transaction. Bitcoin I could pay for food, pay for a delivery, pay for a flight, do whatever I got to do. I don't have to go outside to use my Bitcoin. I can use it all the time, anywhere in the world. So to me, it's kind of like this is a yellow cab where I have to go outside and hail it and get it. Could be raining. It's inconvenient. I have to finish my dinner and then go outside and spend 2 minutes looking for a cab. I don't like that. I want the cab to come to me. It's the Uberness. Why do people like Uber? Because it saves money. If you can save people money, you can make money. Why do people like my channel? I save them money. I condense crypto in a 2-hour period every single day and show them the best coins that you can see and show them how Bitcoin could go up or down and the probabilities. Boom. That's why Bitcoin is better than money, because Bitcoin is like the Uber of money. It saves you time. You don't have to go outside to use it, and it's all the time and prevalent, and everybody has a wallet ready to go. So, boom. Get rid of this and get into your next hardware wallet for Bitcoin. All right, that's just something I think about all the time. Send in your super chats for TA and a deep dive. Made 40% in 5 hours on Doge, baby. Thank you for the education, lifer. My man, that's what I'm talking about. He got eye on the group. His name is Rainmaker, baby. Forgive me if I missed it, Sam, but I'm also bullish on FLUX. I have 5K in FLUX so far. You're my man, dude. Appreciate you, brother. Lifer dollars are for wallpaper, man. I appreciate it, brother. I know you're 100%. The book Sam recommends will change your life. Alone, get 5 likes, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That, my friend, is just a piece of paper. Buy more Bitcoin. Buy more real estate. I love you. Desire, dedication, discipline, and determination equals the lifer. I love that. Yes, he does put his life on the line for us. Shout out to Jeffrey Anderson. Hey, lifer, what's up? What's happening? Shout out to Thomas Samanich. We love you, Thomas. H-Bar Moving. I joined the group yesterday. I'm so excited. I'm committed to learn and will learn everything you teach me, Mr. Sam. I'm glad I found you. You're my mentor. Thank you so much for what you do. Hey, God bless you and yours, man. Or woman. I believe you're a man, but we don't know. God bless you and yours. Thank you, lifer, for the Doge 3 call today. Your Discord, you are the man. Thank yourself for getting educated and finding the will to get in. Do the Marky Mark, please. It's been a while, right? I'm a cop. I'm a fireman. It doesn't matter, babe. Babe, it doesn't matter. Okay? When I watch crypto, it's CryptoLifer. All right? I've been a cop. I've been a fireman, and I can handle any situation. Babe, it doesn't matter. We're going to get through it. Let me come rub you back, babe. Come here. I'm Marky Wahlberg. Come here, babe. I'm going to rub you back like I do in every movie with every girl that I've been in the scene with. And we're going to kiss for a second. I'm going to go to the gym, come back sweating, and then, like, we're going to make love. I'm Marky Wahlberg. All right, babe? I love you. Have a great night, babe. All right? I got to go become a cop or a fireman for a couple days. I'll be back, though. All right? Shout out to everybody on the live. Thank you for coming on in. I only got altcoins. Love your group, lifer. I'm just getting started. Appreciate you and the technical staff and the knowledge I get, man. Love you, brother. Love you. Where's our sniper at? Shout out to Gina Bombina. What would Marky Mark say if he found a crab in his house? Babe, how do we get a crab in here? We live in the middle of the woods, babe. How is there a crab in the woods, babe? Hey, Lois, I found a crab in the bathroom. Hey, Lois, I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Lois, I think I'm going to grow a beard. Hey, Chris, get in your room before I put my foot up your ass. Hey, me and Brian, we take walks every day, all the way to the bar. Go hard. Looking slick tonight in the black. Always love the Mark and Peter. Hey, man, thank you. Appreciate that. I think I'm in blue, dude. I'm in blue, though. I am wearing a blue shirt. But, I mean, thank you. I feel rude correcting you as you know. But, again, maybe there's some green screen action going on. Could be some chroma key behavior going on there that might actually add a black tinge. But nice blue shirt. Nice blue shirt. Actually has blue with, like, brighter blue colors. I love this shirt. Whenever I wear it, I feel like the man. I don't know why. It's so simple, but it just works. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? 4 hour doesn't look good for XRP. 1 hour does, but yikes. Just be wary, be careful. You know, that's a shoulder, head, and a possible shoulder. And you're not getting above resistance. Like, you hit a resistance, hit a resistance, hit a resistance. Like, the bulls have to get back above 48 to remain bullish. You know what I mean? As much as I like the pattern, I'm a support and resistance trader. XRP has to get back above the resistance. If you put your Doge chain into BTC, you can hit the like button, baby. Insane, right? Always dress spiffy. Thank you, Kyle. No, Sam, it's black. You're colorblind. No, it's blue. What? Sweaty Dave, don't do that to me. Best Peter of the game. No one does Peter better than me, man. No one does Peter than the guy that actually does Peter. You know? I'm trying to do Matthew McConaughey, see? See, when you go... I'll tell you something, kids. Matthew McConaughey, see? My name is Matthew McConaughey. See? He hits his S's. He hits his S's a little different. Everybody. A little different. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to get better. All right. You know what I love about Doge? I keep getting older. They stay the same age. You know, I don't have it yet. I got to work on it. You know, but I'm going to work on it. See, the thing is, everybody, it's about seeing. It's about seeing it. You got to see it all the way to believe it. See? So once you get into that Lincoln town call, I love a Lincoln. Oh, man. But I'm going to perfect him. I can work on his voice better and better. I'm going to get better at it. Man. Might need a bit of work. No, I do. You heard it first. Matthew McConaughey. Spot on. Spot on. Do him from the Wolf of Wall Street. See, I make the money. See, we're here making the money. Now, I got to work. I got to listen to him for a long time, and I can do it. Say, can we take our shirts off? I'm a peacock, and peacocks got to fly. I'm a peacock. Peacocks need to fly, baby. You're funny. I think ETH is going to keep heading up, and everything will lag for a bit. Let's take a look at ETH BTC. Remember the ETH BTC trade? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we looked at the market in a different way. Well, no one else was paying attention. Look at this thing still skyrocketing. 1 Bitcoin now, almost 1.17 Bitcoin, as ETH continues to make 1 Bitcoin worth more valuable than it was before. And I talked about this and talked about the exact entry at the point of control. And this is up 17% now, ETH BTC. Let's take a look at ETH USDT on KuCoin. ETH BTC still pumping up pretty nicely. Let's take a look at it on the daily time frame. Daily's in this falling wedge. Can it make a move? It's in a bit of a cup and handle too, which is interesting. ETH has a way higher low than Bitcoin, which is interesting to me, right? See that? Showing like, more bullish sign for sure. And it's not in a down, to me, it's more like it's in a less of a downtrend than Bitcoin. Like it's pumped, come back down. It's interesting when you look at the chart. It almost like doesn't look right. But it is on KuCoin. The USDT pair was a little late. One thing I kind of see is this bigger channel here, see? And just goes tight like that and could break to the upside for ETH. What if ETH has bottomed already? I believe there's a big chance Bitcoin has bottomed, and I've shown all the reasons why. I've been exhausted by it for the last month. I've talked about it on multiple shows, and I've had guest appearances, and I've been on around the blockchain and all different places, and I've talked about it. It is what it is. It is what it is. ABBC was something on our radar. Did it pop? We wanted it to pop. It did look 38% gains for ABBC. Look at this, man. It's almost like every single coin we put out made gains. Every single coin. It didn't matter. ABBC just popping now and just turning green. And look at that. ABBC for 41% gains. It was funny trading ABBC because it's like ABC, right? But look, here it is on 10/17. I'm showing you ABBC, right? And you can click on the link. It's going to take us. And you can see I'm showing you this right here. That's a golden pocket 618 area, 103% gains. It's sitting at 1445, 1445, right? And then you look at ABBC now, and it's at 20. Talking about it here at 1445, right there. Before. And what I like to do, grab the mic. I'll put the mic on the screen. There's you before. And we're looking at the daily chart. ABBC, I switch to the daily, which I'm on. Go right there. Can even double click that. And look. Looked like it was a little smaller, but there's your before. There's your after. There's your before. There's your after. There's your before. There's your after. I do this all the time. Every single day, constantly. I just keep teaching more and more people. And every once in a while, out of every 2,000-3,000 people, there's 1 or 2 haters that say funny things, and we just get rid of them. And we move on. We just move on because they just don't make sense to me. And I don't need people that are negative. I need people that are moving forward and trying to progress with their life. Wow, look at JSMY just continuing to pump to the upside. I have no, someone may have just picked a coin to pump, but that thing is flying. And you can't get every one of them, all right? Injector Protocol had a nice, so many moves. Clayton was high. My team was all over Clayton. Cardano, look at that, inverted. I'm looking at ENS. I believe Ethereum name service will continue to pump behind Bitcoin, right? It's just kind of these are simple concepts and ideas. So I've been looking at this bigger idea. Look at it. It's in this giant inverted head and shoulder, technically. I can see it going up 60% in the next couple of weeks. Ethereum name service. You know what I mean? Just 64 likes to reach 400 people. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 451 people, 330 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I'd be greatly appreciated for it. Thank you so much on a Saturday night when no one else streams. It's not the best viewership. Most people are out. I get it. But it's my show. I do my show because I does me. I does me's. I don't really care about if it's the best time or you know what I mean. I does me, man. I do my show. Horde pumped nicely and then is starting to make a move to the downside. I feel like PAXG is probably going to do some damage if gold can hold its zones. How about Huobi token? That's on my radar tonight too. Look at that. Banging on them. Pumping up 13%. Huobi token continuing to move. Look at that. Huobi token for 20% gains. And I talk about Huobi token like every week. Exchange-based tokens, because I know my experience with KuCoin shares and my experience with BNB. And this exchange isn't going anywhere, and it continues to grow. And so strong exchanges that have a good, revenue process and are staying around, boom. 19.97% gains for Huobi token. Gains on gains, baby. Gains on gains. And you got a Bitcoin and a Doge wave. I mean, really probably should push Doge today on the channel. Would have maybe got more views, right? Anyway. Crypto lobbyist group Blockchain Association asked court for permission to support Ripple against the SEC. The Internet Choice Awards Network interesting. The Blockchain Association, a crypto lobbying organization based in Washington, D.C., filed for permission to support Ripple as a friend of the court in its ongoing defense. The SEC sued Ripple at the end of 2020 on allegations that it sold XRP as an unregistered security. The SEC's extremely broad interpretation of securities laws would have devastating effects on the industry, and we're not going to let it happen. The brief says that the court should look at the token's specific purpose and argues that the SEC unlawfully looked at secondary sales as proof that the company was violating federal securities laws. The securities laws do not contemplate how an asset that may have been issued as a security can exist when it no longer attached to any form of investment contract, a crucial consideration when attempting to apply the Howey test. I mean, I totally agree. The Howey test is garbage. This is awesome. I like seeing this type of stuff going on, right? Elon Musk rejected FTX CEO's $15 billion offer for Twitter. So look, something was going on behind the scenes, and you can see that. Remember how Ben went hard at FTX and SBF, and now Elon Musk also seems. And you can see there's kind of things going behind the scenes. Elon Musk rejected FTX CEO's offer of $15 billion to provide financing for the Twitter acquisition. He said wanted nothing to do with them. They were trying to get their hands in any single way they could. He said, get out of here. In a series of text messages made public during the Twitter lawsuit, it was disclosed that a representative of the crypto billionaire, William Massel, had texted Musk stating that SBF is interested in purchasing it and then making it better for the world. Musk responded to the text saying he has lots of money and claimed that the crypto billionaire was worth $24 billion and willing to invest between $8 to $15 billion in the deal. SBF wanted to integrate blockchain tech into Twitter. I believe that'll happen with the right thing. We don't want, as we already found that he's doing shady deals behind the scenes. We don't want him introduced. He's already shown not to be someone that we can trust. Says, so far from what we found out from BitBoy and some other news. So, we just got to put that out there. It's crazy how we're kind of intertwined in this news. It's like people I know. It's pretty crazy, Cosmos, and it's like one day will I be in the news? Probably, right? Cosmos ecosystem will soon vote on Atom 2.0's revised white paper. If the Atom 2.0 proposal receives green light, Cosmos community will be available for ongoing voting on October 31st. The Cosmos ecosystem revealed a version of a new white paper intended to revamp the tokenomics of its native token Atom in its annual conference in Medellin, Colombia. Authors of the paper proposed that the Cosmos Hub would be at the heart of its new interchain security feature and that there would be changes to the issuance at the utility of Atom. I love Atom. I've been holding it a long term. Gives me a little bit of a scare. Every time there's a bit of a shift, anything could happen, right? So it got me on edge a little bit, I have to be honest. But I have no fear. I believe in them, and I believe what's going on. And you know what? I just believe the 2.0 could be something big for Atom. But that's the big kind of trending news that's going on in the news tonight to keep you privy to what's happening. Everything's watching this double top for Bitcoin, and there's a chance that we dump. It all depends on the movement of BTC. The whole world watching Bitcoin, and it's slow Saturday, right? So, the fun happened already, right? It's like all the fun went on, Daily candle just closed, all right? And it closed, somewhat bearishly with a pretty nasty wick to the downside, However, it is showing signs of to me, consolidation on the daily time frame. Pretty good consolidation on the daily. So that's pretty, since what we've seen. Usually you come up, you give it back out. We've been 4 days now of green candles, 3 days of green candles in the 4 days. So we'll see. But the daily candle closed at 8 p.m. Okay. And it wasn't the best candle with a sell to the downside on that wick. However, it did close above the resistance, and now we're above this daily resistance too at 20,300, which is strong as long as we stay above it. All right. Where's all my work? Did I really delete my, I deleted my Binance work? Did I really do that? Why? Why did I do that? Anyway, I'm going to go over Bitcoin one last time just to check on what's happening. So we got our high range. You can do this all the time. High range. We got our low range. We got our mid-range. We're battling the mid-range resistance right now, clear as day. Okay? Right here. We got above this support zone right here, or this previous resistance right there. And that's kind of where we sit. All right? There's an upper trend line. There's a lower trend line. We seem to have broken out of it to the upside. Clear as day. We're now flagging out on the daily. All right? If we lose this area, we're going to fall to the point of control at 19,120. It's very simple. If you see Bitcoin close a candle above 20,200, pretty good place to short the market back down to 19,001. All right? Simple as that. And if that loses, then we go all the way down to here, to 18,000. Possibly, and that could even not be the worst case scenario. It could be a giant double bottom. All right? So now we switch to the 4-hour time frame, and it's this double top that we talked about. And we can't get above. But as I showed you before, there's a chance we consolidate into a nice bull pennant. And we get on out of here. And we break on out. And then we look at our 1 hour. And you can see the 1 hour is pretty bullish here. And that's what takes us to this smaller little flag here that may actually get some action. And that's what I'm, and now you can kind of see we're back. You know, you can see how quick I can build what I got going on. It's all in my head. So I can see it all in my head before it's done, you know. So possible M to the downside, and we're looking at this. This could be like this. See, this could be that rising wedge that's going to break to where the rising wedge began. If we swing into the 15, now this all starts making more sense. Okay, and I got like two patterns at play here, and we really want to hold 20,300. You can see how kind of big that is, because if we don't, then it kind of starts the cascade. Now the 50 minutes low pointing to the upside, bullish. The 1 hour's low pointing to the upside. That keeps me bullish for until you know I see them kind of wane off and lose momentum. So that's my Bitcoin update, and the measured move would take us to 21,647. The measured move of the bigger triangle, which I have here, right, which your length of this pole that I projected, is to about 22,890. You know, and I tend to project a pattern before all the other people that you see that do TA. I'm pretty quick to the projection. So you want to come here first, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to be able to give you what you need every single day. I was here this morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another update on the weekend. I love my weekend updates. Let's see how much more viral this video has gone. Did we hit 10,000? 10,000. I've never hit a short at 10,000 views in my life. Never.
No skip? No skip today? Nothing for the crowd?
It just got too loud right there. She's so upset.
They love you.
The flick away is just
a mocha today, folks. Just a mocha. She won't speak.
I think that says M-O-C-H-A. He wrote mocha, right? Unbelievable. Crazy. 10,000 views. Babe, you went viral, babe. And you're getting us a lot of subs. Like, this is big, babe, what you did. Like, this is huge. So, what? Yeah. Wifey's going viral. Was she mad? Why is she mad? She's not mad. She was just joking. That was just fun for us. We do stuff all the time. She's just mad because you didn't buy more Bitcoin at 18K. Exactly. Man, I was cracking up. Kind of double top on the 1 month. On the 1 month. This guy. A double top on the 1 month. No. Not even close. Up here you did. No. This is where you buy Bitcoin on the 1 month. No lie. You do whatever makes you happy. This is where I buy Bitcoin every time. Bitcoin, BTC, USDT, all-time history index. I look at the monthly chart. Whenever the monthly is this low, I'm in. Like, this is where I get into BTC, like, straight up. No lie. Like, I'm all over it. All over it right now. Like, that tells you that's a great place to buy BTC. Also, we have a bit of hidden bullish divergence there, which I keep showing up and talking about, which no one else really does. That tells me that the bottom is, and we end up making a higher high. But anything, This stream was crisp. Thank you, man. CryptoLifer still about the eggs, man. Funny. Better to be good to her. We are watching. Oh, come on. She's get treated better than anyone on earth. I wish I bought more crypto at 17,000. See? Do you still think ERN will pump? We'll take a look at ERN. Someone asked about it earlier in the live. Eternity. Let's take it Eternity. Got tighter and tighter. I mean, it's looking like a lot of the coins that we talk about before they get a bit of a reversal. It's at the 706, near the golden pocket. You want to take a look at your daily time frame, your daily super low. So, I mean, to me, that's what I go for. Tight moving averages is everything that I go for, falling volume and falling price. You know, ERN reminder for sure on the daily time frame. Look at our 4 hour. 4 hours pushing down too. 1 hour it can come on back down for more in the 15 minute. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's really no problems with it for me right now. You almost have a bit of swing up to swing up too. You take the swing, and it's like that's like kind of slightly hidden bullish divergence. Not perfect, but it's slight hidden bullish. Definitely watching ERN very, very closely. This thing, in my humble opinion, is very likely to pump. Highly, highly likely. You can see it looks like a lot of the trades that we talked about and that we go over every single week. So I like ERN. Shout out to anyone who talked about ERN, brought up ERN. I personally like it. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. You got to figure out whether you like ERN, right? Let's take a look at Bookmap. Looks pretty scant. We still have some short liquidations coming on, which is funny. People still getting liquidated even though there's like there's no reason to push themselves forward on a Saturday night, like forcing the trades. You see people here 20,600, but nothing really much lower. A bounce off 23, like I talked about, 20,300. I mean, not 23, but 20,300. And then some orders here at 21,100, showing that if we dip a little lower, we'll get bought up pretty hard. But there is more liquidity down here at 20,006, suggesting that we may make that lower move towards the bottom of the channel. Anything is possible, everybody. Bitcoin's more sideways than anything. I'm waiting for the stochastics to reset. They're the probability, so that's why they're low. And the probability is when they're low that you'll go up. So I'm trading that probability, but there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. And I'm okay with saying that. I believe in the long run it's going to continue to go up because it's a scarce asset. So, you know, let's take a look at NAKA, right? And I had it in this little flag here suggesting that it could pump. How much is NAKA up now? 10%. And it could go up 29, getting pretty overbought at a resistance point. And it is in this rising wedge here. So it's likely to head probably to the bottom of the channel, but maybe it can continue up. NAKA. And when in doubt, I flag it out. So if I like something, I think it's hot, I start flagging it out. If it stays in the flag, the 21 touches, it can continue to the upside for NAKA. It will have a resistance point right here when it gets to about 0.822. It's at the 77s. Look, 77. Everything is doing 77s lately for me. Every day, all the time. So weird. But everything does depend on BTC. I like how we said that with the lock and key, right? Audio was in a nice flag. It did pump up. Tiny almost made the move. Came back down, pumped again, though. Grabbed whoever kind of jumped on. You could see that's whoever put their stop losses just too close and thought they were too cute. They got flagged. Meter. I talked about Meter. Meter would break back down, but Meter would break out huge. Still holding this chain. Now it's back in the zone again. I wouldn't be surprised if it broke out yet again. You see what I mean? For more. So I'd watch Meter governance token on my radar, and it's in a bigger channel here. And I've been watching this 3-day play out. Slowly coming off. I want to see a bigger move for Meter. I like this project long term. I really do. Meter governance token. Hot. Lido Dow has been hot on and off. Tried to bump back up. Telcoin, I remember when this was hot. I can't believe it's all the way back down below a penny, man. They crushed this thing. Veracity was in the news there, like with that Amazon deal, right? It had something to do with Amazon, correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Luna C, the most annoying trade in the game, still sideways. I can't believe it. Like, how long will it do this? The daily and the 3-day, the daily just played yourself. But the 3-day once upon, I mean, I gave up on this. I couldn't handle it anymore. It took too long. So whether it pumps or not, I gave up. And I usually don't, but I did. I gave it as much patience as I could, and it is what it is. That's a real thing. Like, I had to move on. I had to say, okay, I'm done with you. You know? Not playing that game right now. Not playing that game. Aptos was hot. Whatever happened to Aptos? Let's take a look at it. Went sideways, bumped up a little bit, 6%, then went lower, lost support, and dropped below support zones. See that? Always have a stop loss. But now you can say, well, it's in this falling wedge, right? Okay. I get it. And you want to go to your daily. Doesn't really have a lot to go on. I mean, interesting enough, I mean, it doesn't almost have enough to get sold off either. Like, not enough people, I believe, got in to sell it off. Be surprised, man. There's a chance that 4-hour does some damage. 50% gains. I'll be watching it. It's on my radar. It's not perfect. It's not the worst. 1 hour is a little too high for me. I'll set an alert. I'll keep watching it. Remember the old sketchy exchange, Cryptopia? You know, I just got an email from them. I was on them for a while. They're doing the liquidations, and I just started my liquidation with them. So yeah, you could jump on into Cryptopia today, and yeah, do your liquidation exchanges if you were there. They're doing them now. I did it, just kind of sad, but you know, who knows? What if I end up getting my 20K back one day? Like, I get all my assets and they end up ripping. It would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? You never know. Could you take a look at DAPPT? Thank you, bro. DAPPT? Yeah, for sure. DAPPT.com. So I had in this tight channel, tighter, fell out of the channel. We could reset it, but like, to me, I have to leave so much of that channel. Kind of fell off a little bit there. No lie. Now it's kind of in this, right? Or do I get rid of that node and just call it this? I think that's a better idea. You know, it looks more like this now. It's below the point of control. It is holding these support zones, though. So as long as it holds support, doesn't have the sell-off. Take a look at our daily time frame. Our daily's ready to rock. And it's getting tight. Interesting. Hey, DAPPT could be the next to go. 3-day chart, 22 chart. Not too bad. 22-hour looks good to me for DAPPT. I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow morning DAPPT's up huge. Take a look at the 4-hour. 4 hours ready to rock. I mean, DAPPT looks pretty good to me. But again, it's done this a few times and really never got it has lack of liquidity. So it would have to get the bots pumping and things would have to get it jumping for it to really move. It does have 68% chance, and it has to get above that point of control right there at about 0.008651 for DAPPT. But it is on the radar. I almost want to post it to the trading group in a way. Just, something I'm looking at, but I got some indecision on it. Lakochi Coker, my man. Shout out to the 432 people on the live, 385 likes. Everyone's, I guess, out with their kids or doing that Halloween stuff. But you know what? We had a great night. I saw a lot of awesome stuff to go over. Bitcoin looks good. We went over the gains we're going to make. Or that we could possibly make. We went over the gains that we did make already today. Unbelievable gains today in the channel. Unreal. Bolt actually had a bit of a move too. And I'm going to look through the market, see if there's anything else that I'll post to the trading group. But everyone, I'm going to bounce on out for the night. Thank you for being here. What up, Liver? Drop it in to smash that like button. Thank you so much for the love, Bison9. Haven't seen you in a while, man. God bless you and yours. SBF going to dump it too. Yeah. Aptos will never be as cool as Solana. Great job with the likes. Can we get 6 more, baby? Give me 4 more. Shout out to the $45 in chat revenue. Shout out to the 389 likes. It's low on the likes tonight. But you know what? May God bless you, each and every one of you. God, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for the likes you've given me. Thank you for the people you gave me today. I appreciate everything you've given me no matter what. It doesn't always have to be the biggest crowd. As long as it's an amazing group of people, I feel blessed. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. And remember, crypto is life. I'll bring you back into the studio so you can see it in my cool little Jelly Roll shirt. I love you all. Love is the strongest frequency. Remember that. Let's take a big sip of lemon water. Cleanse ourselves. Stay hydrated. And I'll be back tomorrow for another amazing live stream. Everyone, I love you. Be safe. Trade well. Treat every dollar like it's your last. I'm not a financial advisor. I love you, though, and I can help you. Be safe.